a while since we did a fermentation video, so let's go. But before that, I have a few seeds I need to plant. So let's go there first. For the potting mixture, I first have those dry flowers. I'm going to pick them up. So we have the first layer, and this is going to be our second layer. Can you see this? With soil. The third layer is going to be some dry soil. Another layer of flowers. And some red soil. Why do I keep insisting people to grow their own plants? 1, because it is cheap therapy. 2, because you're in constantly touch with the soil. It is good for your gut bacteria, which produces your B vitamins. Also, your low-grade inflammation can be treated with soil. 3, it resets your nervous system. In this hustle and juggle world, I think we all need that 15 minutes of time where you can sit and relax the nervous system. Lastly, when you grow your own food, you know what you're eating. I have taken 1/2 of a cabbage, 4 cucumbers, bell peppers, 5 tomatoes. The tomatoes are quite small. And then we have 3 entire garlic bulbs and 4 onion bulbs. Let's start. Let's start with the difficult part first. Getting these clean. So while I finish peeling the garlic, let's understand what we're trying to do. We are trying to ferment these vegetables. More specifically, we are trying to lacto-ferment these vegetables. So this has a word called lacto, which most of y'all might think is related to milk, but lacto actually here refers to one bacterial genus. It's called the lactobacilli, which has different species. So what are we going to do? We are trying to grow these bacteria using these vegetables. How does it happen? The lactobacilli bacteria, they ferment glucose into lactic acid, and that's why it's called lactofermentation. So the question is, how do you know only the lactobacilli are growing? That's where your brine solution comes into matter. What is the brine solution? Here we're just using salt water. So we mostly use a 2% solution or a 3% solution for some sensitive vegetables. When I say sensitive vegetables, it depends upon the glucose content it has. Say for cucumbers, which actually can grow a lot of bacteria, we use a 3% solution. So what is a 2% or a 3% solution? For whatever amount of vegetables you're using, the quantity of water should be such that all your vegetables are submerged in it. Now, whatever quantity of water that is, you will add 2% of salt to that. That is, for every 100 ml of water, you will add 2 grams of salt for a 2% solution and 3 grams of salt for a 3% solution. Say you're making 1 liter of the solution, then that will be 20 grams and 30 grams of salt for a 2% and 3% solution respectively. Make sense? Okay, now let's quicken up the process. Additional tip, don't forget to stay hydrated while you're getting your vitamin D. It's time for the tomatoes to go in. Some salt, I've taken a few spices and some peppercorns. We've also taken some ground mustard seeds. You can either measure the entire weight after using a measuring scale, or you can do it like how I'm doing. This is 2 liters of water. We are adding 30 grams of salt and another 30. Here is the hack. If you want all your vegetables to be submerged in, you need to add a weight on it, right? And if you're someone who doesn't have a weight, this is it. You just take a Ziploc bag, add in some water, and this acts like your weight. Come, I'll show you. Now we close it and come back after 3 days.